Okay, and I wrote it's to talk about, to explore the effects, possibly negative effects, of childhood on your adulthood. Okay, would that be
pretty good? Yeah.
pretty good? Okay, all right. So we were both able, from your pitch, to clearly see what you were driving at, what your intention is, and I think that seems to me a very clear, very focused directorial intention. Okay, so I thought you covered all the points. You covered them very clearly. I was particularly interested in your explanation of the audience, because you were very specific about how it would impact the audience that were moving from childhood to adulthood, because they would be more aware, and these sorts of things would be perhaps even more relevant to them. Everybody has a childhood, everybody moves towards adulthood, but they're on the cusp of a change, so it's going to be particularly relevant to them.
Yeah.
So I thought that's just what we want. We want something that's going to be specific, entirely specific to our audience. So that was great. I thought you made great casting choices. I particularly like Mark Ruffalo, because I think I think he would be excellent in that role. So and your other casting choices as well. But I thought Ruffalo, he'd make a great Michael. You talked about the atmosphere and how that ties in with your intention. Maybe a little bit clearer about how is the setting, how does the fairy tale element, how those things work to focus the audience on your intention. If you can just make that a little bit clear. I mean, your ideas were very good. It just needs that little bit more of a link. So that the whole cold thing. The cold thing to me seems to suggest distance, and that ties in with the distance from the childhood to the adulthood. Do we distance ourselves, and then do we suddenly smack up against our childhood? And the coldness suggests that negativity as well. You don't have to explain it absolutely. It's just a feeling. That kind of thing can be. That's kind of enough. Okay, so the one question I wanted to note. The theatre. I love the idea of the theatre. If you can bring that up, the idea of do you know what I mean if I say a Gothic theatre? Gothic, slightly like old-fashioned, slightly decaying, falling apart.
I like the decaying section. That was part of with Mr. Larson. I wanted the concrete walls to be like crumbling.
Okay. Now that's a different thing. So maybe you could go for a modern theatre where the concrete was slightly crumbling. I was thinking of a more elaborate kind of turn of the century, not turn of the 20th century, but 19th century Gothic theatre. But that's okay. That decaying thing works as well. The staging, I don't know if you mentioned the staging, but what would it be? Thrust, traverse, and around?
Yeah, I meant to say it on this part, but then I moved to the next one. I was like, and it's thrust, and then I moved on.
Okay.
That was it though.
All right, that was it.
That was on my list, but I missed it.
Okay, so that's my feedback. Please have a look through that. But I thought you covered those points very well. Okay, so JJ, you're up, and then it's me. I'm up, but I don't have I have an explanation, but I don't have a PowerPoint as yet. I'm still. My pitch is in its developmental stage.
My pitch is with your pitch made the wig slash.
So now you've got a whole host of ideas and images that you can use in your director's notebook. So In the next stages, it should go in the HDMI.
Which one's HDMI?
In the next stages, you should be able to populate your notebook with all of these. Hello, Peter. With all of these images and all of this lovely work that you've been doing.
In terms of the pictures that we've used for inspiration, I have to go back and find them and source them. I
Okay.
have so many pictures I have to source off.
Oh my god.
I'm just going to put this over here for a
You
moment.
saw nothing.
Okay. Yes, sourcing is very important.
So many pictures.
Okay.
Hang on a minute. Okay, you ready to go? Let me just get some feedback form for.
If we used pictures and
Yes.
like Photoshop them into a collage, do we still have to credit that?
Yes, because they are someone else's pictures. Even
Yeah.
though you are
Manipulating.
manipulating them, they are still somebody else's. Sorry. Did I give you? You've got a feedback form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it to me to start.
I get. Okay. Well, I will just. All right. I'm good.
Oh god now. So Preacher, how are you? You think he's gonna watch all this in between?
Oh, sure, because it's very entertaining to watch your drama teacher desperately search for a piece of paper
Yeah.
to write stuff down on.
My inspiration with the music, I was like, oh,
Yes.
Ms. Larson said think of keywords, and I did, and then I just like woke up in the middle of the night and was like, yes, creepy music box. That's the sound I want for fairy tales,
Okay.
and that's the
Yeah, I should
background
put you-
ties I want. Yeah, I didn't realize my presentation was too long to fit the music.
It was good. It was nice to have a bit of background. So it can all help, when you come to pitch your ideas. Think about a multimedia experience. Sorry. Okay. So JJ.
Hi, you probably know who I am now. I'm here to introduce the Pillman thing to National Theatre. So, well, let's just hop right into this. The meaning of the show I really want to say was, by simply not hurting your child, you can prevent the increase of crimes or abusive parents. I wanted Pillman to be an ethical lessons for future parents and or mature audiences to know that since the story is about Mikhail killing kids because of his past, audiences and relevance to Pillman, I would actually suggest 17 and upwards, even though I'm 16 myself. I wouldn't recommend this to 14-year-olds and under, because in the play it is mentioned that Katurian murdered his parents at the age of 14, and early adolescents, right, ages 10 to 14, they are easily influenced by what they see or hear. So, I don't want to get a lawsuit if a kid murders someone. Setting. So the way to tell time and setting, right? In the present time, right, when cells and when they're in the interrogation room, the curtains are closed. The curtains are open if only only when fairy tales are mentioned. To show whether they're in the jail cell or the interrogation room, I would have the bar thing right there, if you see. just move it behind them, and we'll know that they're in the cell together. And if I want to make it the interrogation room scene, just drag the table to the center of the stage. Actors I really want to use. So Benedict Cumberbatch, we know who that is, as Couturier, since I want to say he looks professional and a writer. You know, you need to look professional so you don't have a bad reputation. For Topolsky's and Ariel, I want these two party because they're all wearing suits. That's the costume part. Topolsky to be a little older police because detective is more experienced, and then to make him look more formal. While Ariel, we want him to be younger and less experienced to show that he is a not so good cop. For Michael, I want Will Poulter. Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to say this, but he looks like someone who fit for a brain damage character. And for fairy tale characters, right? When Couturier is narrating the story, I want puppets instead of humans. Why did I say puppets? Because it gives off a sinister vibe. If when telling very violent stories with little children toys, it can seem very sinister and make people spooked out sometimes.